and welcome to the very first episode of Character Development. I'm Emma, and today's character comes from one of the most beloved games of all time, Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is an RPG that was developed by Square and released in 1995. Nothing stands out more than the creative, fantastic, and beloved characters of Chrono Trigger. So sit tight, because on this week's episode, we're tackling the brilliant, humorous engineer, Lucca Ashtear. Lucca is a brainy, witty inventor who first appeared in the 1995 Square masterpiece Chrono Trigger and serves as one of the main protagonists of the game. A childhood friend of Chrono, the main character, she is responsible for creating quite a few of the devices found in the game, such as Gato, the Gate Key, and the Telepod. Throughout the course of the game, Lucca is always helping out the party by lending her spectacular genius, and she plays a major role in defeating the series' main antagonist, Lavos. While Lucca doesn't make a direct appearance in the game's sequel, Chrono Cross, she does play a major part in the plot behind the scenes. Lucca is 19 years old during the events of Chrono Trigger, making her 39 years old during the events of Chrono Cross. This makes her the eldest of herself, Chrono, and Maro, the trio of party members from the present. She wields a handgun in combat, but if she attacks an enemy at close range, she will use a hammer instead. Her elemental affinity is fire, and her primary use of attack is magic. While we aren't completely sure about Lucca's height, after some research, we have deducted that she is most likely 5'3", or 160 centimeters. Her hometown is clearly shown to be Truce, as her house is a small distance from Truce Village, and the game explicitly states that she and Chrono have been friends since they were children. Chrono and Lucca have been friends since they were children, and the game makes it pretty clear that they know each other very well. Even though Chrono is the leader of the party, at times Lucca will take the stage, often helping Chrono to make difficult choices. This is also seen with the game's other main protagonist, Maro. Lucca is also shown to have a knack of getting Chrono out of trouble, as shown when she rescues him from prison during the beginning of the game. Although some fans question if the two may share a romantic relationship, it's no mystery that Chrono and Maro are the actual couple of the story. Chrono, Maro, and Lucca all come from the same time era, 1000 AD, also called the present, and throughout the game the trio develops a very close relationship. Maro and Lucca hit it off at the start of Chrono Trigger, despite not knowing each other before the beginning of the game. They share many similarities, despite coming from opposite backgrounds, Maro being the princess of Guardia and Lucca being a simple engineer. Maro is always shown to be fascinated with Lucca's genius, and she makes it clear that if she could, she would exchange her royalty for Lucca's spectacular genius in a jiffy. Perhaps Lucca's most notable relationship is with Robo, a humanoid robot from the future. Originally designed to assist humans, the party finds him dormant in 2300 AD, and Lucca fixes him up. Because of this, Robo joins the group on their adventure. Robo is always shown expressing his gratefulness to Lucca, and always shows her the utmost respect, often addressing her as Madam Lucca. Lucca, in turn, treats him like a real being. The friendship that these two share is quite inspiring. At the end of the game, when all the party members must return to their original time eras, Lucca and Robo share a tearful goodbye, knowing that they will probably never see each other again. Robo reveals that he may not exist in the rectified timeline, and that he may never even be created. If playing on the PlayStation or Nintendo DS versions of the game, during the endgame credits, a clip will be shown of Lucca walking with her own invention of a miniature Robo. Why is this game so sad? Lucca shares a very special relationship with her father, Tabin, also an inventor. The two are always shown working on new projects together, most noticeably the Telepod. Although Lucca spends a lot of time with her father, her relationship with her mother, Lara, is much more tragic. When Lucca was just a child, she was with her mother in their house. Laura decided to clean one of Tabin's machines, and she accidentally pressed a button and slowly got sucked into the machine. Little Lucca stood by, helpless, not knowing the combination that could turn off the machine and save her mother. Sadly, Laura's lower body was severely injured, and from that day on, she could not move her legs. This horrible event prompted Lucca to devote her life to machinery, so that maybe she could stop the next disaster. In a strange twist of fate, years later, when Lucca and the party are resting around a campfire, she is awoken by a sound. When she walks toward the direction of the sound, she discovers a time gate and travels back in time to that day, the day she failed to save her mother. If the player knows the combination, which, by the way, is L-A-R-A, Lucca's mother is saved and Lucca heads back to her own timeline. Robo tells that a certain entity allowed Lucca the second chance, a chance to give back her mother the ability to walk. Okay? Now that we've discussed Lucca's relationships with her fellow characters, let's take a look at some battle strategy. Lucca is one of the best mages in Chrono Trigger that can join your party alongside mages. She is a master of fire magic, and even before Specchio teaches her how to use this magic, she has the capability to use the tech flamethrower, which is very useful early on. Because Lucca's magic capacity is so high, her attack is rather low, so only use her basic attacks when you run out of MP. Lucca is incredibly powerful if leveled up, and she is especially good at dealing massive damage to groups of enemies, as seen with her final tech, Flare. Lucca can also participate in quite a few triple techs: Delta Force, Delta Storm, Fire Zone, and lastly, Gatlinking. There are also 3 secret techs that can be accessed through special items found throughout the game that allow 3 more triple techs to be accessed: Dark Eternal, Omega Flare, and Poyozo Dance. Although Lucca's basic attacks are easily not as powerful as her magic, her ultimate weapon, the Wonder Shot, does a random amount of damage. If you are the type of player who likes to risk it all, I think Lucca and her Wonder Shot will suit you perfectly. And that's it. Lucca's attitude and her charming behavior are hilariously suiting for such a creative and amazing game. Her magic ability and prowess make her a compelling force in battle, while her knowledge and spunk make her a very entertaining party member. Anyway, I'm Emma, and thanks for watching this episode of Character Development. She is a master of fire magic. I'm supposed to keep going after that. Lucca's attitude and charming behavior are hilariously suited. Okay, let me just get
No, that was good though. I like to end that.
Let me just say. Lucca's attitude and Lucca's attitude and charming behavior are hilariously suiting for such a creative and amazing game. And that's it. Lucca's attitude and charming behavior. And that's it. Lucca's attitude and charming behavior are hilariously suiting. And that's it. Lucca's attitude and charming behavior are hilariously suiting. Okay. You know what? Just give me one more second.
It's a lot to memorize at once.
Yeah. Her magic ability and prowess make her a compelling force in battle, while her knowledge and spunk make her a very entertaining party member. Anyway, I'm Emma, and thanks for watching this episode of Character Development.
Damn. All right.
Okay.